Market update here on the 10th. So on QQQ, we got a gap lower at the open, obviously from all the war news going on. So on this move right here, I was talking about this in the last video. I was short right here. I got out profit right here, 360, 362, and I actually didn't really trade the rest of the day. And we got this move here that just kept on going higher. If you go down on the 5-minute time frame, it's kind of crazy from here. Look at this move right here, 363 to 367 in an hour. So what is this though overall? It looks like it's a fifth wave to me. So we have potentially a third wave, but more than likely this is a corrective move here. You can see this comes back into the first wave. I'm looking for about 370, potentially 370. That's the next fib zone, so 1.61 fib at 370. That is still in the supply zone. And then I'm looking for a rug pull. So I think the next couple of days, maybe even CPI will be what causes the rug pull. Here's the thing, if we get a move to 370, and let's say we get something like this, an ABC, like a very sloppy move like that, then I will probably change again because it's a day-by-day thing. If we get a 5-wave move up here to 370 and then we get a really crappy corrective move, then there'd be no reason to be bearish. What I'm expecting is that we get this move right here and then we get something like this and get a big move, big C wave lower. Everyone is bullish right now. Everyone thinks we bottomed. Why would they not rug pull here? So, I mean, this doesn't have to happen. It can also do pull back and go higher like this. And it could be an overall B wave. We could get something like this. But I'm telling you right now that this is not over with. And we'll see if I'm correct, but that's kind of my thoughts on the whole matter. The good thing is short-term trading doesn't rely on overall thesis because honestly nobody is going to be able to nail it every time. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Tomorrow I'm looking for a fifth wave to commence and potentially take this all the way up here to 370. On SPY, it looks like a expanded flat that could potentially go to 434, and then we have this supply zone on the daily up here at 438 for the gap fill, and then the supply zone right here, the 1.61 fib is at 439. And SPY is a little bit more obvious. So on QQQ, let's match these up. We had this move from the 4th to the 6th on, no, that's not right. Where's the B wave at? Okay, yeah, this right here. So this move right here goes from right here and makes a new low. On QQQ, we don't make a new low. But if you're going to make this 5 waves, this is like basic logic. If you're going to make this 5 waves, wouldn't you think that SPY would be in the same pattern? 5 waves? It's not. This is a B wave. So that means that this is more than likely, I would say 90%, this is not a 5-wave move. This is an ABC pattern. So right there should give you enough proof that this is a corrective move and you're going to expect lower prices. And if this is a 5th wave and I'm wrong and this ends up being a 1st wave, it doesn't really matter because this move's almost finished. That means you're going to get another opportunity to adjust if this falls back to 427, which it will for a 2nd wave if it is a 1st wave. So that's kind of how I navigate the market a lot. I try to look at like scenarios and match up the charts and give myself the best opportunity in case I'm wrong. And in this case, I don't think I'm wrong. I do think this is probably WXY. It did go a little bit higher than I thought it would. But as you can see, it's probably WXY because this is definitely ABC. So that is SPY and QQQ, probably short-term bullish, but then we're looking for a bear scenario probably by the end of the week. And then another reason why I think there's probably going to be a rug pull is on DXY. We have A wave here. This is an expanded flat. We did hit my target here at 107. However, if we're going to go down here and make this move right here, which is probably going to come, but if we're going to make that move, then we would be wanting to, we would want to see, let's go on the, so we got 5 waves right here. This would have to be an impulse move. It's not an impulse move, it's actually a corrective move. So just another reason why I'm bearish. If it breaks below 105.65, then I would change my stance because that would invalidate this being an extended 5th wave. And then I would be like, it's not possible for it to go to 109. But as long as it holds 105.65, this was impulsive, this was corrective. Next move, if it's going to go higher, needs to be an impulse move up here to the mid 108s. So 105.65 is the line in the sand for the bearish to the market. And for the bulls, you want to see 105.65 break because that means we're headed down. Well, actually, it probably means, considering this is a corrective move, it probably means that we are probably going to do this then. Have a more drawn out B wave. So that's the reason why I am still bearish in the market as well. Short-term bullish, bearish in the market. Tesla, another reason why bearish. We have a impulse move, corrective move. This can go all the way up here to 267. That's the 1.61 fib of this move right here. But eventually we're going to come down here and make a new low. Probably gap fill at 216, but at least come down here into this box right here between 220 and 235. Microsoft. So Microsoft running really hot. This is a very big move here. Let's see when it started. So this started on the 27th. The same day this started. So for all those reasons, I still think this is an ABC move. I'm still expecting this to play out, but there's potential that it comes all the way up here to 333 to 337. If that happens, then it might not get down to the 200 DMA. We might just get a move right back down here to like 308 and fill this gap here at 308. And we'll see what happens with it. VIX. So the VIX had a nice move higher. It did fill the gap, or it needs to fill the gap right here at 1745. So that's another reason why I'm bullish the next couple of days. Fill the gap here at 1745, and then it should be able to move higher again. So give it it's probably going to have another, what is that, like 176. It's probably going to have another like 2, 3, 4%. I mean, lose 2, 3, 4%, I would imagine, tomorrow. And we should see new highs on QQQ and SPY. NVIDIA. So NVIDIA it made a high here at 457. It sold off with the market. What kind of move are we getting right here? Well, this right here definitely looks like an impulse move. But honestly, this is looking a lot like the end of QQQ. It looks to me like it could potentially be a It looks to me like it's probably going to end up being a fourth wave and maybe one more move higher. It is sitting in the demand zone that I pointed out a while back. So right here, we're in this demand zone. It did slightly break it right here, back into demand, or supply, I mean. So we'll see what happens tomorrow with NVIDIA. I think it might have a little bit more upside, but it is in the supply zone. And it did complete. It did complete right here. It looks like it could potentially be 5 waves right here. So for that reason, it's probably going to go lower. And when they rug pull, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Because it looks corrective. It looks impulsive. I just can't be bullish on NVIDIA right now. We're about to top out in the overall market. We have a gap fill at 395. Don't count out the gap fill here at 395. Even if this is 5 waves, you could still see a very strong B wave here. You could still see this play out. And so I think it's actually a pretty good short here. Maybe stop around 460. But again, watch for the next couple of days. We might see 1% higher in the market. What else is there to talk about? Apple. So Apple filled the gap at 178.81. There is a gap up here at 181, and I imagine we're headed right to it. This actually looks like an expanded flat. So there you go. Expanded flat right there. Another really crappy impulse move, but you have to consider it an impulse move because look at this. We've broken the 1.61 fib, but if you're looking at this on smaller time frames, what exactly is this? This is not an impulse move. So again, another stock to be bearish on here soon. Once it gets up here to 181, you're just looking at this like that. So a lot of the reason that I'm thrown off a little bit on these stocks is because none of the moves make any sense. So when they don't make sense, my BS meter goes up for sure, but it also gets everybody bullish. I don't think most people know what to make of it, and so they just automatically are bullish because we're going up, obviously. But a lot of these moves are just setting you up for the next move. And that's exactly what's happening, I think, on all of these stocks. And I can go into growth stocks as well. I think a lot of those stocks are getting set up to be rug pulled as well. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to leave it at that for now. Expect a little bit more upside over the next day or two, probably going into CPI. And then I'm expecting a sell-off, whether it's a B wave or we go to new lows. Let me know what you think in the comments. Very pivotal time in the world, very pivotal time in the market. A lot of things going on. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe for more updates. Good luck trading. Make sure you set your stops. If you're getting in these stocks, these moves are pretty big, so you got to be ready. Anyway, have a good night, morning, whatever it is there. I'm still in Japan. I will talk to you tomorrow.